Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Peril in Neverwinter, our 5th edition campaign. Tonight's title is Echoes of the Past. I will be your GM, ThePaladinBelle, and we're going to go over to my players here shortly, and I would just like to say thank you to anybody who follows and raids. Thank you for the immediate raid, Grimwood Games. Thank you so much. We just got started, so appreciate it for the raid. Thank you everybody for watching. We're gonna just so for the new people here in the chat. I am the ThePaladinBelle. I do a lot of TTRPG content. Yeah, we're gonna typically I don't pay attention to the chat while we play, but thank you for the follow, Grimwood Games. Appreciate it. So we're gonna go over and find our and talk to our players. Thank you very much. There we go. Hello, everybody. You are audible on stream now.
Hello. Oh, man.
How is everyone this evening?
Alive.
Awesome. Huffy, you have a negative inspiration point. Just so you're aware.
For what? I didn't do anything.
You absolutely.
Oh yeah, nothing.
You know what you did.
There is no evidence of this.
Fucking. But yeah, welcome everybody. How are we doing this evening?
We're doing.
I'm sleeping.
Fantastic. We're gonna have you guys introduce yourselves and your characters, and where we can find you other than my D&D table. We're gonna start with Lynx.
It's me. Hi, I'm Lynx. My username is Quarklynx. You can find me wherever you socialize your medias. Tonight, no, wait, not just tonight. Every day, I use any pronouns. But tonight, I will be playing Mithringale Harrion Michaelis, who I use a voice changer for and a character voice. So it doesn't sound like me, but if you hear someone talking in a British accent, hi, that's my little blorbo. That's him. He's just a little love-struck, romantic princeling who's here for his girlfriend, and that's it. And also to save the day.
Yeah, absolutely. Next, we're going to go for Crow, because we're just going to kind of go down the table.
Hi, my name is Resident Scarecrow, but please just call me Crow. Are we introducing characters still?
Yes.
Awesome. Just want to ask, because I started to space out until you said my name. I am so sorry.
Okay. Unless your character dies and we are introducing a new one, you're going to introduce your character.
Gotcha. So tonight I am playing as Ashton, a former monastery monk, got kicked out for violence, then became a street rat and pickpocket, got arrested, and then got a pardon in order to help the party. So now he's an adventurer for hire and working with this band of misfits, but he is mostly being hired by Huffy's character, who you will get a better introduction to Huffy's character when Huffy introduces them. Ashton and I both go by he, him pronouns.
Fantastic. Next up, Poppy, if you want to introduce yourself and your character, please.
Yeah. Hello, I am Poppy and/or Abby. You can find me at @petitepoppy on all forms of social media, unless I forgot to change it. Then secret accounts. I'm your local trickster fae who will steal your name, pronouns, dead names, and socks if you don't want them. I use the she, her pronoun, and tonight I will be playing Imri Nordvant, a Dhampir Circle of Fire druid who is best friends with Rika and is their loyal bodyguard. They use they, them pronouns.
Fantastic. And Jester, you are up next.
Hi, my name is Jester Void. You can call me either or. I go by he, him, or its pronouns. I swear, every time I go to introduce my character, I have to pause for like 3 seconds to make my brain work.
It's because you played so many characters in so many of my games.
So many characters. Tonight I am playing Rika, whose full name is much fancier. but the shorter name fits her vibe. An Asmar Zealot Barbarian who is here. Of the members of the party, my bodyguard, best friend. There's no label here. We cuddle sometimes, we smooch. And then also my fiance, who just proposed like a couple sessions ago, and it was very sweet. And I'm gonna shake.
Four specifically. Gail's been missing for 4 sessions.
Gonna fight.
Eldritch, you can introduce yourself now as well.
Oh, Rika also goes by she, her pronouns.
Fantastic. Yeah, Eldritch, if you want to introduce yourself and your character, please.
I'd love to. Commenting on the fucking buzzer beater. Hi, I'm Eldritch, Story Golden Queen on Twitch. Sorry, I'm late. Well,
you're not late. You're right on time.
I'm playing Dr. Mist and Jerry. They are a green dragon born bard rogue multi-class. And they go by them pronouns.
Fantastic, thank you. And Huffy, if you want to introduce yourself and your character, please.
Yeah, sure. I am Miss Huffy, and I'll be playing Charybdis the Shark Person today. We both use she, her pronouns, and you can find me at twitch.tv/MissHuffy.
And patreon.com/MissHuffy.
True.
Alrighty, so we are going to pan back, or first and foremost, who would like to give me a recap for an inspiration?
I can. I raise my hands.
Okay, go ahead.
Last time we were live on this channel with this game, we started off session in our keep. I can't remember how long it was between last session and the session before that, like in game.
1 week. Full rest.
It was about a week. A full rest. A missive was sent. Ashton received it and then was tasked with gathering other people. I think Ashton first went to his boss, Charybdis, about it. I think. I'm trying to go through all the people in the party in my brain. Got Charybdis. I can't remember what they talked about aside from, hey, this shit's weird. Then we move over to what's his bucket? It's a stupid name. The guy Emery doesn't like. Dare. I got
Dare.
it. Dare was was trying to set up the last fucking dowry thing, but got caught by Emery. And it scared him. And he didn't get to finish setting it up. I think threats were made. I don't know if they count as threats or promises. Probably both, to be honest. Got the dowry stuff. There was no letter that I usually get in there, so that's weird and suspicious. Let's go talk to Dare about it. Dare's also worried about Gale. Most of us are worried about Gale. I don't know if Emery is, or I don't know if Emery would be worried just because Rika was worried. Trying to think. Not too long after that, we all gathered to go to the castle where something very important. A lot of fuck shit was happening and there were no guards in town. Uh-oh, undead are breaking out. Specifically, spell-plagued undead, which is an even bigger problem. I'm thinking. On our way to the castle, I think it was, on the way there, Rika took, like, a small chunk of damage from a necklace that Gale gave her. Just out of the blue, out of nowhere.
For absolutely
no reason. Absolutely no reason to be concerned, gang. Dented Rika's armor, just a tiny bit. God bless it. Jesus Christ. Sorry, I just spilled coffee all over the ground. Sorry, give me 3 seconds.
You are okay. Take your time. You're doing great.
Okay. So where was I at?
You just got to the palace.
Got to the palace. There was a guy there, standing on the doorsteps, who told us, what was happening. Said the lady in charge, Neverember, wasn't there, or wasn't there. So we were tasked with going to the graveyard to help, as they were going to clear a path for us to get there without too many disturbances.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't think we spent too much time. I think she was inside. I think we talked to her a little bit.
Yep.
But it wasn't that long.
She was arming up to go help.
Yeah. So, I think we talked for a little bit, but inevitably went to the to the tomb to go help contain the spell plague zombie problem. Where's my electric? And so after that, we were fighting zombies. The spell. Oh no, wait, no, we hit the bridge right before we got to the tomb, and I nearly got pulled under the water. But through a series of very helpful people, I didn't. So, you know, call it good where you can. And then we properly went into the tomb and started fighting zombies. We had just ended the fight before session ended. I called upon the help of a higher power right as we about ended the combat. Though I'm sure extra hands we're never remiss to have extra hands. But I think for the most part, that was about everything that happened.
Okay. Now, Mithrangale Michaelis. Lynx,
Yes.
if you wouldn't mind, give us a recap of what happened to Gale.
Oh, you'd like to know what happened to Gale?
Yes, so that everybody else can be enlightened as to what the fuck you were doing.
All right, so while Gale was separated from his beloved, he spent a lot of time preparing for the arrival of his brethren, his siblings, who are the Prince High Warden of Melvant, Merithias, or Merit, and the Prince in Shadow of Melvant, or Alan. So that was a lot of preparation. So eventually, he arrived at the docks to welcome his brothers and to explain, hey, here's the situation with the Zentarum. They're after my girlfriend. Please help. Yeah, so Alan and Merritt arrived on big spooky metal warships, a whole fleet full of soldiers and stuff to help support Lady Neverember in the fight against these zombies and stuff. And to justify the aid that that Melvant is giving Neverwinter, Merritt, Gale's oldest brother, was gonna marry Lady Neverember, and then everyone decided that was a stupid idea and no one wanted to do it. So Gale has kind of hitched his brother to Lady Neverember's brother. So, it works for them. Or it should. I mean, they hit it off pretty well, so fingers crossed, You never can tell. But fingers crossed that things go well between them. Yeah, so that went pretty well. And Lady Neverember was kind of freaking out because stuff's going down. So she's asked both the party and Gale and his brothers to investigate the Never Death graveyard. So Gale and his brothers go to the graveyard. Almost at the same time, perhaps a little bit before
Mhm.
Rika and the others go as well.
They had like
so
just
Gale-
missed you at the palace.
Yeah. So it was a very close thing. It's very sad, honestly. Star-crossed lovers, honestly. So we did some fighting, just a little bit, because Gale almost got the plague again, but a different one this time. A worse one.
Plague 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Luckily, divine intervention. She cast some
Do you remember who
the
this was?
Herald of Sahanin
There
Moonbow
you go.
appeared to Gale and cast Greater Restoration to fix him, and gave him a token with 3 uses for him to use only in moments equally desperate. Read, when you are dying. Yeah. So Gale actually had a dream at the beginning of this campaign of Rika getting pulled off the bridge and into the water by zombies. And that didn't happen. Gale could like kind of hear the party on the bridge roughly.
Mhm.
Almost happened. Didn't. Thank goodness. So yeah, then after Gale almost got the plague twice, Merritt was like, Gale, go help your fiance. Go be helpful elsewhere. So Gale decided, yeah, okay, I guess I'll go help
After
the
much
party.
grumbling.
Yeah. Yeah, and then on the way down, Gale ran into a zombie again and almost died again. So it was just a rough time. And now Gale's here and he's blissfully, like, just barely alive. He's like, he managed to make it intact by a series of miracles, literally, and magic items.
One of the things that I would like to point out about the army that your brothers brought, they are an army of Warforged.
Oh, that'll be super helpful.
So they're like giant robots, kind of like Telemon, except slightly not as like Telemon's the like prototype that's just slightly more advanced than the other ones. These other
But
ones
he
are
has
mass
feelings.
productions. Yeah. The other ones are mass produced and are these like uninfectable bastions of fucking pain, essentially, for the zombies. So we kind of pan back in as Gale arrives in the tomb to see you guys essentially having mopped up these creatures. And we pan into the tomb of Nasher Alagondar.
Yeah, I forgot to do something last time. Okay.
So, Gale, you arrive just as the battle is wrapping up. You guys can hear the clanking of Telemon kind of very swiftly jogging down the hall because, you know, he's a big bastard made of metal.
And he's a little bit faster than Gale.
Yeah, he's a little faster than Gale, so he's like jogging so that Gale can keep up. And he arrives and goes, Master Gale, I do believe we have found them.
Yeah, so, y'all, Gale looks tired, little wish for wear, but, you know, not that bad. But they both arrived. They walk in, immediately looking for Rika.
Rika
Like,
and Emery.
head on a swivel.
Rika and Emery, how are you reacting to seeing Gale for the first time in, like, 2 weeks at this point?
I was gonna say Emery is still upside down from hanging from the ceiling.
Yep.
I think.
And looks.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say Emery just looks over at Gale, rolls their eyes, and be like, "About time."
I think right as Emery finishes that sentence, Rika, who had just landed on the ground and is still literally raging, is going to literally fucking Mach speed fly over there and fucking crush this boy in a goddamn hug
Oh, yeah?
and shake him and shake him and shake him.
Master Gale, I
Hello.
think she may have missed you just a little bit.
You-
I can't breathe.
You're fine. Stop
I will
shaking you. He stops shaking you at some point and lets you go.
I am fine now that I
You?
have seen that you are as well.
She grabs his face with one of her hands. You worried me.
You have my utmost apologies for that.
Don't worry, I had his back.
Good.
As do you all. Apologies again for being away for so long.
Yeah. Whatever. I'm just glad you're fine. You're good. Uh, um, she lets you go
I'm well.
and takes like a big old breath. I think rage will probably drop because I'm assuming this will take
Yep,
more than a
yep.
minute.
Yeah, your rage drops.
Gale dusts himself off because he crawled through a passage. He got attacked by something else. Almost
there is-
died.
Gale would see like a little bit of a dent in like the front center of Rika's armor where like the necklace would be.
Mm-hmm.
Feels for Gale.
Unfortunately, he's still in business mode.
That's fair.
So
I
that
just wanted to
he
let you know.
yeah, he approaches and addresses the group.
Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of time for prolonged welcome backs or greetings. We should proceed as swiftly as possible. My brothers, the High Prince and the Second Prince of my kingdom, they are holding the line as long as they can
Do you
outside.
Do you think they need backup, cousin?
Yes. Dare go shatter the shadow. You have done enough here from what I've heard.
Yeah, as you say that, he sprints out the fucking door. He's like, "Yes, I can get away."
For what it's worth, I think he did a good job.
Sending him to work with my brother will be punishment enough.
I mean, Alan's not the one that you need to worry about. I believe one of your companions has gone wandering.
You said not to stick around and wait for greetings, right?
You are correct. Let
Sure.
us move on.
Telemon will kind
What
of look
is
up at
this
Emery
room
and
all
go.
about?
Telemon will look up at Emery and go, "Rough time."
No, I'm actually quite fine up here. Nothing can hit me.
He like looks up and goes, "I bet I could."
I feel like
Or
Brule
jump.
just starts growling.
He goes, "You know I'm not gonna hit you, but I'm just saying, I bet you I could if I jumped."
Yes, and I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure I could kill you if I tried.
Oh yeah, oh absolutely. You could melt me. I believe the fire is your speciality, yes? At least that's what the Zentarum feel.
There's just a slight grin, and then Emery's gonna go climb their way down the wall.
So, Charybdis, you have entered a
Oh.
room with two statues of knights and a switch on a large pillar. The switch isn't hidden, it's like a very large, like one of those ones that like used to turn on electricity. Like a big toggle switch that is currently in the down position. And there are two sets of armor on either side of you.
Are they statues or are they sets of armor?
They're essentially both.
Um,
They're armor with concrete poured into them so that they become statues.
Seems like a very inefficient way to make a statue.
Yeah, but
yeah.
it's yeah.
Does there appear to be a mechanism on either of them?
Make an investigation check.
Sure thing.
You have no
Really?
idea.
Okay.
I'm gonna go check the upper one for the same type of stuff.
Okay. You may also make an investigation check. Charybdis, what you find is that like they don't seem to be like there doesn't seem to be any like mechanism or anything like that. You're like poking around with your pike. Doesn't seem to like move or anything like that. You know, trying to like shift it doesn't really move it. And
Can I investigate the switch?
yeah, absolutely.
11.
It seems like a big fucking switch.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pull it.
Well, you'd have to push it up because it's currently in the down position.
I push it.
I'd take 2 steps back.
So as you push the switch up, the statues turn, both of them facing the walls, left and right.
Oh. Pull one more time. Well, pull it now because
The
push
statues turn again, so now they're both facing the way you guys came in.
Perfect. We'll leave them at that and then go figure out what that did. Because I don't actually know what the goal of this room is until we presumably find out what it's affecting elsewhere.
Okay.
Hello. We didn't find too much, just a switch and some spinny statues.
Okay.
Sorry, I was receiving food. Can I also very quickly investigate at least one of the statues?
Yeah, absolutely you can. They're currently faced toward the door.
Okay.
So Charybdis flipped.
There we go.
So essentially, what you're able, like, you kind of kneeling down by the base of the statue, there is a
Mhm.
like mechanism where if you can get them essentially facing one another, something will happen.
I gave
So,
up at the last
first-
fucking spot too.
They were facing the wall, and then they were facing the door.
Yep,
Would it stand to reason that 1 or 2 more pulls could make them face each other?
possibly.
You're facing like
Seems-
this there.
Logical. Okay. Gail will give it another go and see what direction they face.
They turn to face one another, and as
Mhm.
they do so, you begin to hear the scraping of fucking like stone on stone as the wall opens up.
Okay, Gail would call out to the rest of the party from there then.
There's a passage. We missed it.
Oh,
There's also one up here. There's also like at least one way to go. And
This one was concealed.
do you want to go that one
all is
first?
with the party.
Yeah, do you want to
Let
take
us-
the concealed area first, or do you want to investigate the rest of the tomb?
Concealed usually means there's something
Yeah.
interesting or important there. And since we're
Something
looking
to
for
hide.
the source of a zombie outbreak, it does stand to reason it could be hidden.
Something worth hiding must be back here anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
that's why
It just
Gail would have.
change a little bit of the DM's plans. That's all.
Oh, you thought you could predict which direction we'd go first?
No,
I wanna-
I kind of figured you'd go one or the other way. It just means I'm changing one encounter.
Look.
Okay.
Look, I want you to know I was looking at the other hallways.
I mean,
I was
so while you guys are investigating down here, while you guys were doing that, we can pan over to Rika and Emery, and potentially Ashton if Ashton wants to go that way. Who can
And Telemon can go with you.
investigate- Yeah, who can investigate the rest of that like simultaneously.
Okay.
I don't mind.
Splitting the party. Splitting
Always
the
a good
party.
idea.
I feel like
Nothing has ever
Emery.
gone wrong.
Emery's gonna look at Telemon and be like, "You're really gonna let the idiot be by himself?"
He's not by himself. He's with Charybdis.
Yes, a very reckless fighter.
And isn't the other
Oh.
one a doctor?
Sure.
He laughs and goes, "Yeah, no, I'll go keep him company." He's like,
Okay,
very
but would Gail be
slowly making
more
his way.
upset if he left Rika alone?
Rika's not
Mm.
alone. Emery's there. Emery has a track record of keeping Rika safe. It's literally Emery's
He would
job.
still get a look from Gail, like, "What are you doing back here?"
Your little living armor buddy is also ka-chunk, 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 and
Oh, yeah, a little
following Emery specifically.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
Sure.
I was gonna have Emery going like, "You following us or not?"
Yeah, no, it's very much following very closely behind you. All right, so we're gonna open up this area very quickly because this over here is not concealed. So as you open the door, it's not locked or anything, it's not trapped. You see a pair of tombs. In this room, there's a pair of tombs and a small hole that appears to have fallen out of the wall. The sounds of dripping water can be heard from just beyond. A small pool of beautifully like pristine liquid, even though there's there are like rocks and things in it. It seems like they don't tarnish the water itself. Slowly like pooling in this area. The two tombs sit pristine, as if untouched by time, and there is an air of beauty in this place. It's as if something magically has kept this place as it was when it was first built, except for the hole in the wall.
Thinking. Perception.
Yeah, you can
To
roll
see if there's, like,
perception.
A little perception as a tree.
So, kind of looking around, you don't really notice anything out of the ordinary, aside from the feeling that something in this room is keeping it magically preserved. Like, it's very obvious that time should have eroded something in here, aside from the broken wall, which looks like it was broken on purpose.
It's a room with a broken hole in the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Someone is bound to roll better than me. Rolled a fucking... I was so close to a natural 1. I rolled a fucking 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
Yeah,
Could.
okay. So, Emery, you are a Dampier.
Yeah.
Does
It hurty.
walking on consecrated ground hurt you?
It really depends on your rule. I think I think a comment or how Sel and I always rule it. It's a Constitution saving throw the longer you stay in there, because it's like repelling you.
Yeah. The way I rule it typically is, because I don't know how it is rules of Britain. The way I usually rule it typically in like Pathfinder is that you get a -2 to saves and attack rolls. So we'll just stick with that. We'll go with that. So like it weakens you slightly, and you can't regenerate here.
Oh, I don't have regeneration. So
Okay, cool.
That's cool.
In Pathfinder, you at a certain level you get, as a Dampier, you get regeneration. But yeah.
Yeah, it's no effect. I think it just repels the undead.
Yeah. So,
Or some people do poison effect.
Yeah.
So I'm under the poison condition.
So I think what it'll be is you just get a -2 penalty to attacks and saves while in this room. I'm just gonna stick with the just a basic, like, it makes you feel bad, but it's not like if you were a full vampire it would do much worse.
Yeah.
So you feel icky as soon as you walk in.
I think they're just pulling a face, like, great. Can I see what the tombs are for? Like,
Yeah.
do they have like a name? I
Yeah,
assume their
there
names
is
are still on them.
their names are still there. One of them is dedicated. It says dedicated to the High Warden of Neverwinter and the betrayer of King Nasher Alagondar, the Lady Arabeth de Tilmaran. And the other one, hey, Void, do you remember the name of the lady who I replaced Fenthic with?
Good question.
Give me 2 seconds, I might be able to find it. Thankfully, her name, Villia. So the other one is dedicated to the once thought traitor to, it literally says this, once thought traitor and Unbeknownst savior of Neverwinter, William Moss. May the love between, and then there's a placard between the two that's on the wall, and it says, "May the love between these two be ever eternal, knowing that one would burn the world for the other."
Aw. Very sweet.
Emery is just flipping. Is just giving a look at the area Beth one, like, you motherfucker.
What's in Hugh?
There is a small treasure chest kind of stashed away in the back corner of this room.
Can I skitter, like one of the sling ammos just on the ground to see
Yeah,
if it
you can
hits
just
anything?
roll it on the ground to test it. Mhm.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Nothing happens. You would also know that sling ammo is not heavy enough to trigger a pressure point.
I'm gonna fly just high enough to not set anything off on the ground.
Okay.
Let me get the fucking wing token. Gonna do some sketchy shit. Is this locked?
No, it is not locked. Most people don't really come in here, so they didn't find a need to lock it.
I'm not gonna
You know,
take
you're
anything. I
You're
just
grave
wanna
robbing at this point.
I just
Well-
wanna look. I just wanna look.
Well, it might not be grave robbing for you.
It's definitely
True.
just taking an ancestor's thing. I
I will use one of my javelins to prop this thing open. I'm not using my hands.
Okay. So you slowly begin to open this container. The lid of it kind of coming open, and you see inside is a beautifully well kept, like set of padded armor. It's got a single pauldron with spikes on the side. It's a beautiful blue color with cascading silver going down the front, and it definitely appears magical, and something kind of pulls you to it, like something tells you that you should take this. And underneath it is a sickle and shield, and the shield has emblazoned upon it the symbol of Neverwinter, so the eye with the tears coming down from the bottom.
To grave rob or not to grave rob? That is the question.
Also,
roll above a
for
10.
Emery, really quickly, your
Yeah.
animated armor buddy looks very sad.
Yeah. They can be sad. Emery is just like reading the placard on the other one, on what, Villia? And then just giving glares at Ariabeth. Like, you motherfucker.
You dumb bitch.
You dumb bitch.
Yeah.
So I rolled a wisdom to see. I was like 10 above. I don't do it, right? Because that would be like probably a smarter thing to do in a general sense, to not just take things from a tomb. Got an 8.
Yoink.
It's yoinked.
So
I guess
upon
it's
picking
right-
up the the what appears to be padded armor, you feel it, and it's definitely like, it feels as if there's chain sewn into the armor itself. Like there's pads between the chain and then another layer of like padding on top of it. This is and kind of looking at the small pieces of like silver, you can kind of see it's not silver. This is what dwarves commonly call deep silver or mithril. This is a set of mithril. This is a set of mithril chainmail. Mithril making whatever you're wearing one like armor category lower. So instead of this being heavy armor, it would be medium.
I think I'm just gonna put it in my bag for now. So can I get what those what the items are specifically, so I can put it on my
You have a shield with the symbol of Neverwinter on it. You don't know what it does, or if it does anything. It's just a shield. You have a sickle that looks really pretty and is probably made of the same stuff that the armor's made out of. And then you have a set of mithril chainmail.
Okay, sickle, and then it's searching. It shouldn't take you this long to search for an armor. That's fine, I'll plug it in myself.
You could just do chainmail and then put mithril in front of it, and then edit it so that it's medium armor and not heavy.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have to do the stats and stuff later when I inevitably put this thing on. Mithril chain mail medium. Okay. I've got that done. I'm just gonna close the chest, put a suit around.
Okay.
Having fucking
Grave
taken a
robbed,
thing.
yeah.
I've grave robbed because it felt right. That doesn't feel good.
I was gonna Burley gives you a look of understanding. Like, good job.
I pet him on the head.
Burley is making sure you did not get into trouble.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they would have flown over and teleported you away.
Yeah, well, I don't think there's anything too interesting in here, unless there's anything else you guys want to look at.
So as you both approach the tombs, as you get
Sure.
together closer, I need both of you to roll. What is the thing you have to roll for your visions?
What?
It's called a natural one.
Yeah, no. I mean, after you've rolled that nat one.
Oh, the table.
It's a D6. D6.
Yeah, roll as if you've failed.
Both of us.
Yes.
Okay.
Both of you.
Okay. Do you need the table for this?
Yes, please, if you wouldn't mind.
Let's see who finds
Cool.
Abby or me.
Yours is a better option than mine is.
Okay.
Belle, there you are. There you go. I rolled that.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So, Emery, you
Yeah.
look over at Ashton, right?
Yeah.
And suddenly you see, as if going back into an old memory, a tall man with a great axe. You saw this man earlier today. It was Sergeant Knox. Except he's coming at you with the axe in his hand, yelling the word traitor as if he's going to kill you. You are wounded. You are bleeding from your stomach profusely as if he has already wounded you once. You are running. You're the battlefield surrounding you. People dying left and right. People you led in this attack on the city you once defended. And standing at the top of the parapets of the wall of Neverwinter, you can just make out the silhouette of a young tiefling woman wearing the Moss family tabard. This was Villia's adopted daughter, who you had accepted as your own, and she's watching you be chased down.
Cool.
That is what you got.
Yeah.
That's not fun.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of how every would, because the fright condition means you're running away from the fear, or you're just stuck in place. Because I really debated because I don't.
I think the frightened condition as written is you have to take your turn to run as fast as you can away from the thing. I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is when it's applied to, like, as an effect.
That is the It's
Frightened.
Yeah, it just means you can't approach the person you are scared. That is the Dissonant Whispers
Okay.
feature. If you cast Dissonant Whispers, you have to run. You have to use your reaction to run as fast as you can away
By
from
the way,
target.
good spell.
Yeah, very good spell. Yeah, turn on dead.
But yeah, so there's that. Rika, what did you roll?
5.
Okay, but I don't have the table, is the thing.
Oh.
Yeah, I was not given the table.
Here, I'll send you 5.
My bad, I should have pulled it. I could have also pulled it up.
There you go. There's the table.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Okay, so Rika,
Me.
you are overwhelmed with with a almost staggering amount of emotion. It's not a negative emotion. You are overwhelmed with this sense of joy and pride, and almost as if to be filled with the amount of joy a parent would feel when watching their child do something amazing. You are in the Neverwinter Academy for Arcane Study with this little tiefling. She's got long silver hair, deep blue skin, one eye grayed out because it's blind, and you are not you in this moment. You are Villia Moss. You have been. This is your child. This young girl just cast her first cantrip for the first time by accident, hitting her teacher in the back of the head with a firebolt. And you are so proud of this young girl for learning magic. She's been studying for months and months, and you feel overwhelmed. And then you are pulled from that to a less happy memory. The memory that you are at is you walking slowly up to the gallows. Lady Arabeth, and now your daughter, who was a shadow before in this vision, watching you as you are walked slowly to the hanging tree. For a moment, you feel a pang in your heart, knowing you were innocent in this. You don't deserve this. And then, as the noose goes over your head, we fade to black as the trapdoor falls. And both of you wake up from this memory.
Yeah.
Hang on, That's
Question
stress,
though.
by the way.
So if I think Emery would have had Brule teleport them out of the room. It would just clearly leave like a scorch mark where they stood, but they would have gone this way. I don't know how this bucko would feel.
Essentially, as soon as they disappear. So essentially, as soon as you are overcome with that fear, she just bucks up and like gets between you and Ashton, and just kind of holds her hand out as if to say halt. Ashton, I need you to give me 2 seconds to look it up.
Because Emery would have just stamped out.
Okay.
They wouldn't have taken you, Rika.
Okay.
Because they can't see you.
So I'm trying to figure out which one of these is the 2024 and which one of these is the 2014 version. That's the 2024 version.
Yeah, Mark's it on the corner.
Okay, so Ashton, I need you to roll a wisdom save as you hear the word halt telepathically in your mind.
Okay. That's a 9.
You feel compelled by the command of this armor to stop in place. As she has cast the command spell.
Ashton is looking around very confused. Like, was I not supposed to touch the, was I not supposed to touch the water? I thought water coming from home. Free water.
She kind of looks at you a little confused. The armor just kind of saying, "No, I was keeping you from my lady. The water is holy water. Drink as you wish."
Excellent. And he just goes back to kind of playing with the water.
Fantastic.
there
Your hands
dishes?
feel incredibly clean.
Yeah, I think I'll just approach over here. Is everything okay?
The armor kind of
Here
looks
we are.
over and goes, "You should go check on Lady Arabeth." And you
Sorry?
yeah, that's Vilia, you should go check on Lady Arabeth.
I think.
Because she doesn't see you guys as different people than the two people that are in these tombs.
I'm Rika. That's Emery. I think you've got us a little confused.
She looks at you, definitely with a confused look on her face, and goes, "I am sorry. Your aura is the same. I cannot truly see you, but I can see your aura. Something about you reminds me of a time long past."
It's fine. I'm gonna go check on Emery. Ashton's fine. He's just checking out the water, I think. But I'm gonna go make sure Emery is okay, I guess.
I will still stay here and make sure this one does not get near Lady Emery.
I think Rika does look like mildly distressed, but she shakes it off. I'm just gonna walk up to Emery.
This is probably the first time you guys have had visions at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna approach Emery. Are you okay? Are you good?
Am I still scared?
No, not anymore. It's been a minute.
No. I think Emery looks down at Rika and goes, the room's holy. It's not fun.
Okay. You could have told me. We would have left right away.
You know, paralyzed with... It's an effect.
Can I, like...
Insight?
an
Yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead. Roll me an insight.
It's an insight specifically to make sure, like, she's properly good. It's not that she believes that you're lying. She, like, fully trusts the thing that you're saying. It's just, how, like, genuinely how you're feeling. 16.
Yeah, what does Rika get on a 16?
Hold on. Cool. Yeah. Emery is not lying about feeling disgruntled about the sanctified ground that they were in, but they are clear. There is something else, and it's very obvious. You've known I'm not Rika. You're Rika. You've known Emery since you were like what, 8, 6, a kid.
Yeah.
Children, yeah. So you know Emery is not telling you the full truth. There is something else in that room that spooked them. But they do not want to disclose to you, their friend, and their charge that they were terrified while they were in that room because it shows a moment of weakness.
Valid.
I rolled-
I think
I rolled a 5 on my deception check. You got a lot.
I think she'll just put like a hand on your shoulder and give you like a genuine smile. Yeah, I get it. I think I'm not gonna make you like roll, but like you get the vague sense that the similar sense that it's something is not entirely all Gucci there either. It's these two bitches hiding shit. But yeah. Just give you a pat on the shoulder.
Would Emery try and insight check Rika is my question.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think they're too stuck in the moment of what they saw to realize that Rika is also not 100% okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ashton, you are like the moment that the armor did not detect you were a threat, you were immediately released. But she will just kind of look at you and go, "Don't drink that too much of that. It can really mess up the insides. Trust me. When I was
You'll get a tummy.
corporeal, I used to do it all the time." Ka-chunk, 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 ka-chunk.
I thank you
yeah.
for the heads up.
Yeah, I guess let's look back at everyone. So I think we're good enough to head back. To see, I guess see what the others are up to.
You're not gonna explore the rest of the tomb?
Jump over the spike pit.
I mean, I could fly over the spike pit.
Fly over the spike pit.
But also, Gale has been not alone, but like with the others.
Yeah.
For a just amount of
So
time.
we're gonna pan over
Away
to them
from
very
Rika.
specifically. So you guys can head down this corridor if you would like. Telemon will just kind of come with you.
Would like.
Yeah. So you guys head down this corridor, and I will reveal this area for you. Boop. There's a very large door that around it has the sigil of Neverwinter on both walls. In the center of the door is a very large lock mechanism that appears to have several areas where keys are required to get into the actual chamber itself.
Oh. A big locked door, huh?
With 6 keyholes.
I
It's a
could
shame
try
I
picking
didn't
them all.
actually take knock. I'd like to investigate it a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, just to make sure.
Absolutely, roll investigation.
Cool. 9.
It looks like a very large locked door with very complicated locks. You're looking into the locking mechanisms. They appear to be very unique in shape, probably made to be attempt to be unpickable, but nothing's truly unpickable.
Yeah.
As a wizard, also, you would know that the spell Arcane Lock is casted in each lock.
And that prevents lockpicking, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Yeah. So, who was planning on lockpicking or attempting to?
I mean, I was gonna offer to.
Okay. Would Gale know
The
that Charybdis can
alternative
do
is I
this?
kick it down.
All right.
Charybdis, would you make it a known fact that you can pick locks?
I mean, I did just now, did I not?
My question is,
character?
did you do that in character?
How do I sound more in character? Sorry.
No, you're okay. You just have similar voice out of character and in character, so we wanted to make sure you were.
Yeah, that's an issue for all of my characters, unfortunately. Yeah, she's saying that in character.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Sorry to make you have to clarify.
You're okay.
That's fine. Upon that offer, Gale would look back.
No, this doesn't appear to be pickable. There's magic sealing it. I think we need to seek the keys. Extant, should they be?
I mean, could try to kick it down.
It seems rather sturdy, but you could try.
They'll step aside.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm gonna step back while you do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Charybdis, would you like to give me an athletics check to see if you can kick this fucking door down?
Does Telemon help?
Telemon can help,
Yeah, I can.
absolutely.
I would like Telemon to help.
If Big Man wants to help, he
Snap.
can absolutely help. So both of you
Yeah.
make me athletics checks.
Helping.
Gonna just do a normal one. All right. Cool.
Oh dear.
Ooh.
I
Uh,
assume
since it's-
there's no
since-
like
since-
magical retaliation.
Well, since Telemon and you are both kicking this down, I need both characters to make athletics checks at advantage. So you can roll again.
Okey-doke.
Oh, I don't have the advantage toggle on for him. Hold on. Let me turn that on.
Damn.
Advantage.
It is what it is. 6 locks, however, will be a pain in the ass. Unless like 5 out of 6 of them are in the same room.
Toggle. Athletics 17. That's
So
okay.
with the two of you both combined, 7 and a 17. So 24.
20-something.
Mhm.
You get a hard, heavy dent put in this door. Like it looks like it like buckles as if it could be broken. But then as if the mending cantrip was cast, it reforms.
Gail just nods
Hmm.
like he expected this.
Okay. At least I didn't get taste for trying.
Yeah, so essentially if you got a high enough roll, you could probably bust this thing down if you were to really like knock this bitch off its hinges. But unless you roll and meet the DC, you're not gonna, or exceed the DC, it won't really break.
I mean, I could try to wolf out, or if anything, I could give. If we really want to try, I have a strength potion, but it has a cap on it, so it'll need to be used on a nerd who doesn't have a high strength,
Looks over.
because
at Gale.
otherwise it's wasteful.
I believe
for
it was
Gale
worth an
and,
attempt.
Miston has the same strength, and I've got proficiency in athletics. If you want to give it to me,
Perhaps our
Obviously, this is
time-
only if you actually want to use a potion for this, because there probably
Yeah.
are keys somewhere.
Yes, I believe our time would be better spent rejoining the others.
All right. Sorry for wasting your time, folks.
time to find
No.
the keys.
It was good to test it.
And then I guess
Hello,
we just
folks.
walk all the way back.
Yeah. So
Oh,
you
Did you
look,
guys
find
we're
can,
anything
back.
productive? Sorry.
No, you're okay. You say what you said.
I was gonna say, did you guys find anything productive?
There's a tomb in there, and a hole in the wall with holy water, I believe.
Well, I would assume that is where holy water comes from, the hole.
It's true, yeah. But not that much else in there, I'm afraid.
On our end, we reached a road stop. We could not proceed further, so I believe we must engage with
Real,
further exploration.
real quick, Belle.
Yeah. What's up?
I know I didn't mention it when we were doing shopping. When I was doing shopping for the magic item, but could I also have gotten a water skin of some kind? Or like
Yeah.
a
Absolutely.
decanter or something, anything, really.
As long as it's not magical, you could just get a water skin at the
Yeah.
barracks for free.
Yeah, I wanted to grab a water skin because I wanted to go in here and just fill it up with all the water at the time.
Yeah, so what I
Right.
would suggest is one thing that you would be able to get for free at the barracks is a Dungeoneer's pack.
Oh, yeah. It's a good idea. It's just I would have a pack. I probably will get it at some point. Just for now, a water skin is fine, though.
But yeah, you can go in and get a full fucking water skin full of holy water if you would like.
Awesome, awesome. I am going to get that full water skin of holy water.
Okay. That's gonna be 3 uses of holy water.
Perfect.
Nice.
More
Yeah.
holy water, the better.
So you see, kind of at the bottom of this pit, deep spikes kind of embedded in the ground, and what appear to be the remains of a couple of grave robbers.
Oof.
Pity.
Tough break.
Imagine trying to
would-
rob a grave.
Imagine trying to rob a grave.
And failing.
Does anybody want carried across? So I can fly over.
Brule could also just teleport people back and forth.
True.
Uh,
This little puppy.
that's up to you guys.
Yeah, it's.
I'd like to
Rika,
fly.
Would you?
Okay.
Would you pick up Charybdis?
Yeah, it's Charybdis and fucking and Rika kind of soft hug fly over the thing.
I do believe
Okay.
Charybdis, without being like hulked out, is literally the smallest in the group.
Yeah, she's a little bitty.
Yeah.
She does that thing that Batman does when he has to be flown around, and she just kind of like crosses her arms and pouts a little bit. That looks so weird, but you know, she's still having fun because she's a flying shark now, or at least for a moment.
Yeah, I'll set you down very gently.
But yeah,
Thank you.
Emery, I'm assuming you're just gonna walk on the ceiling or the wall.
Yeah.
Does
Yeah,
Em-
Emery's
does-
just gonna go around.
Does Emery want
by
to
climbing.
by chance want to check out the dead guys in the bottom of the pit?
Oh,
You
sure.
could.
Yeah. Emery could just walk their merry way all the way down to the spike pits where it's like almost face
You get
first.
You get to the bottom of the pit and you're down like 80 feet in the fucking ground. And shimmering on the neck of one of these people is a very unique looking key. It's got 12 different prongs, 6 on each side, of varying sizes, with a ruby embedded in the like part of the key.
Uh-huh.
And it is around the neck of one of these dead guys. They're also wearing very nice like leather armor.
Well, you won't be needing this anymore. You like the key.
Okay, yeah. You get a key and a small golden necklace that it's on.
And then everyone will just go around and then climb their way back up.
Okay.
Alright, Brule, if anyone needs help, teleport them over. Puppy's gonna just...
Hey, DM, I have an idea.
Yes.
So, okay. What's the rules on jumping? Remind me.
I believe it's an athletics check.
It
Mhm.
is a running start. It is based off of your strength and your height.
Yeah.
Okay.
Height is usually only for like reaching up and grabbing something
Yeah,
off the
it's
ground.
only for like a high jump.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For example, I'm 6'4" and 8, and I can do 8 feet horizontally on a running start.
Okay.
As in 8 strength.
Mine's 13.
13 would be 13 feet horizontally of a running start. Which
Yeah.
would
So
cross this.
Yeah, so you could clear it, I think. Well, hold on.
Gale can clear it for very specific reasons.
no, I was thinking. I have the cantrip gust.
Yeah.
Damn.
If
You're
he
gonna
used
blast
that in
yourself.
midair, he could totally cross it, even if
Double
he couldn't
jump.
make the full jump.
Yeah, double jump that shit.
Yeah.
I
So-
will prepare a thorn whip to catch Gale and maybe hurt him if he fucks it up.
Yeah, absolutely.
If he eats
Gale.
shit.
Absolutely.
No,
If you
Gale
take-
approaches
take
with
a run-
determination.
Yeah, a running start, you just leap over the thing. It's only like
Whoosh.
it is a 10-foot wide gap. I will say.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
It's
like
not
you-
that big.
Well, it's more of like you catch yourself like on the lip of the
Yeah.
the pit.
Yeah, he carefully calculates the timing, and like you can see the concentration and determination in his face, and he gets it. He gets it. He flies across, and he nails the landing.
Telemon picks up the living armor, does like a motion like he's cracking his neck, and then running start leaps and lands right here with his fucking 19 strength.
Jesus Christ! What the
There was no
hell?
need to show off.
He goes, yes, there is. There's always a need to show off.
Gale rolls his eyes.
I'm just gonna move out of the way so everyone else can shoot up.
Yeah, it's a fucking Telemon had dropped the living armor, and he just like moves so everybody can get past.
Elmon could have almost cleared it without a running start. Without a running start, he'd have 9 feet horizontal.
Uh-huh. And if Telemon falls, he can just like pull up his way out of the fucking pit.
Yeah, he's probably fine.
Might take him a
Terminator
while.
King.
Yeah, he'd have to like make an acrobatics check to grab the ledge and then pull himself up, but he could do it. Uh, he's a big beefy bastard. Ashton. Crow, you are muted. Okay, cool.
Ashton has a 9 in strength. So he should not be able to make this jump. However, can I make the argument that I should be able to roll acrobatics?
Yeah, I'll let you specifically because you have I believe you have like a feat or a trait that allows you to do stuff like that.
If that's the case, I'm gonna roll now and decide to what degree, if Belle says it passes or fails, and to what degree Ashton is surprised.
Okay.
That's an 8.
That's a failure. Yeah, that you slip on the ledge, like the edge of the thing.
Hold on.
And then
Gust is 30 foot range. I
Okay.
can help. It's a bonus action. Can I help? Do I get there fast enough?
You absolutely like you cast Gust. You get a double jump, Ashton, and are able to land just on the edge, with a startle as you very suddenly have the ability to do more jumps than one.
He looks back, looks at the ground, looks back at the ground.
Dr. Mistin, are you just gonna let the wolf teleport you? Because that's the other.
Not
option.
resting it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Brule just kind of bamfs you over.
Yep.
Yeah.
You kind
Gale,
of land on Gale's spot.
I'll move. Yeah, Gale pats Ashton on the shoulder. Like,
That was risky. Be more careful next time, my friend.
If we are lucky, there will not be a next time, and I won't have to jump over pit of spikes and corpses.
I mean, we
With any
do
luck.
have to go that way back, I think.
You could see if you will eat shit then.
All right. So, in this room that Rika seems to be going toward, what is visible to you guys is two very large chests and very large piles of gold. Nothing else
Wow.
seems to be in the room.
Man, why does everything here look like a trap?
That's a good question.
That is a good
is
question.
a Tomb, not a trap house.
Oh no.
I mean, it's explore the room that kind of looks like a trap, or look at door.
Yeah, the other side is just a door.
Yeah, I'm gonna go look at the door.
Okay.
To be fair, we are here to find the whereabouts of the whale, right? The whaling death?
The spell player.
The spell plate. Yeah, sorry.
You're
hey,
right.
Deanne, do I know
So-
anything in my copious research about this region, about this tomb and its layout, and whether or not that's a trap room or a treasure room?
So the tomb of Nasher alagondar only really has a
Mhm.
couple of traps. One of them being the one
Spike pit.
thing, yeah, the spike pit. The other one being a mimic.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know where the mimic is. It's never really said, but there is a mimic somewhere in this dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
man.
Does it have a record of having a treasure room?
Yeah. Most of Nasher's treasures were buried with him, along with all of his friends.
Okay. All right.
Anyone who
Then-
was in Nasher's like general circle were all
Mhm.
like buried in his tomb.
Okay, all right. Gail's gonna call it to the rest of the group.
Careful. That could be treasure. Or it could be the infamous mimic that haunts these halls.
Infamous mimic.
Yes, I read about it.
Okay.
I
It
hate to
became
be that person.
demise.
What is a mimic?
A mimic is a creature that is capable of imitating other objects or collections of objects, and then eating unwary adventurers. That's what they do.
If it is a mimic, I think I have an idea. And he will kind of make his way to the front.
Yeah.
Engage with your thoughts at your own peril.
He will pull out one of those many cheesecloths full of food scraps he has.
God.
Pull out a bundle of mishmashed food, take a small bite out of it, and toss it towards the treasure chests.
Okay. So as you do that, you see not the treasure chests, but a very small pile of gold skitter toward the food and eat it.
Fuck.
Like
Ashton
absolutely
kinda,
not all the gold, but a small portion. It's like what would be like 10 gold coins. Like almost like
Oh.
insects skitter toward it and eat it. As if they
You know,
were
I bet
hiding
they'd be
within
delicious.
Ashton kind of crouches down, looking at them.
the gold. They
Pulls
look up
out
at you with
another
tiny little
bag.
eyes.
He pulls out another bag of food and tosses a little bit to them again.
Once again, they fucking devour it. They're looking up at you like a fucking puppy.
Oh
Like
no.
Oh,
Like a puppy
you're
that
just
you
a
fed.
little friend, aren't you?
It makes almost a mimicked barking noise. Like a very tiny.
Like a cat trying to bark.
Yeah. Is that
Oh.
Or like
exactly?
a piranha.
I guess.
There's your mimic, baby.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So your infamous
No, I bet
mimic
these would be
happens to
delicious.
be. Your infamous mimic happens to be a tiny little pile of gold coins.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very
Yum,
easily
yum.
bribed as well, apparently.
Uh-huh.
Ashton taps the ground in front of him, holding out a little bit,
Yep. They
holding
follow.
out the last.
They follow.
Amazing.
He's holding out the little pile of food for the mimic.
Okay. Mimics. It's
Mimics.
10 mimics that are moving in tandem. They.
Okay.
10 little friends.
Uh-huh. Someone was gonna say something? There was an okay?
So 10 very small mimics.
Uh-huh.
How small?
So like the size of a gold piece?
Fine.
Oh, small enough to be considered, perhaps juvenile?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Her
uh-huh.
mother.
Okay.
You don't know how, but you don't really know how mimics reproduce. So,
Does anyone?
yeah, there's
Mm.
Volo knows.
Well,
They
of
can
course
make colonies
Volo
if you get
knows.
enough of
Okay,
them.
but name one monster Volo doesn't have info on.
That's the point.
Me.
That's the point. Volo knows, but yes, he does.
Volo doesn't know me.
He knows about were sharks.
Your best, or like the person you live with is fucking Kelvin Blackstaff. Volo definitely
Yeah, I'm in
knows
fucking-
they're friends.
I'm in Kelvin's books, not Volo's.
You're also in Volo's books because Kelvin's like, look at my girlfriend.
Look at
Uh-huh.
my girlfriend. She's a were-shark.
Yeah, exactly. This is where the entry on were sharks came from because you're the closest one he
This
could
is
get
what I
near.
get. This is what I get for dating nerds.
So yes, Volo does know you.
Mhm.
If you're
I
gonna do
would-
mimic, make sure you select all of it.
I would discourage you from letting that follow you any further. They could be juveniles.
That just means they are young and they can be more friendly.
And
Young
they
and
might have a
impressionable.
And
parent.
impressionable. Now is the perfect time to turn them into child soldiers.
They are not child soldiers. They are just
Not yet.
trained.
The children may not be dangerous, but do you know if there's a parent in here?
You could always make an
How do we
investigation
know?
check.
How do we know this isn't just how mimics are? Maybe
I-
they just make more little good coin friends.
I'm not investigating anything. I'm not touching any of that.
Uh-huh.
No way.
I mean, I'll investigate. What's going on?
You're trying to
That's
see
a
if
bad
there's
idea.
another there is another mimic in the room. However, we're gonna pan down to Jerry as Jerry is exploring the next room. Because while you guys were simultaneously exploring that one, this Jerry kind of gets into this room, and Jerry, what you find is an armory. There are armored fucking like suits that are kind of standing around. They're like large racks of weapons on the walls, and directly in front of you are a sword and a shield.
Yeah. Jared or DB like rubbing their hands together like I finally something I can get behind. And I'm going to go right up here and see what kind of stuff is on the table here.
1 second. I'm just grabbing an image quickly. So what you see when you kind of get to the table is the sitting on the table are a long sword, or no, it's a bastard sword, which actually is an item I homebrewed into the game, and a shield that look like this. I have posted in Neverwinter Adventurers Council what the sword and shield look like.
Yep. Okay.
So the surrounding it are 2 sets of beautiful silverite mail. They're like silverite plate armor. Silverite being a compound material with steel and silver, to make it slightly stronger. So that the silver doesn't just collapse if it's hit with a mace.
Wait. I do have I just wanted to point out I do have treasure sense, so this is probably reeking in here.
Oh
in a way.
yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Well, not reeking, but it smells probably good considering treasure is treasure. But
you as a dragon, like your mouth is almost salivating and look at these armors. This is like enough silver where if you broke it down, you could make a hoard out of this.
Nissan has not shown horror tendencies before, but they are considering it now.
But yeah, other than that, you see these two weapons on what appears to be an altar. They're kind of arranged very specifically in a manner which was like this was a weapon that was laid to rest, as if its service was no longer required.
I'm going to reach out slightly, and I'm just going to with the back of my knuckles sort of run along against the blade, see sort of like the feel of it.
Make a dex save.
Gladly.
Well,
Normal public deck save.
Okay, so
and we're blessed still, so that's a
no, you are not blessed. Blessed only lasts.
You said the.
Oh yeah.
You
as,
said
as
was
the entire time. You actually, you know it. You're right. I did say that. So yeah, you all should still be blessed. My bad.
Oh,
Which
okay.
is why I had this on. Yeah.
I will re-add
except
mine.
for me.
Yeah, except for Gale. Everybody
That's
except
okay.
for
I don't need it. I'll
Goddamn
just
it.
die.
Gale and Telemon are not blessed. But
I am blessed by
everybody
Telemon's
else-
presence.
Yeah, that's but yeah, everybody should be blessed. You take D4 of damage as the
That's fine.
sword basically rejects you touching it.
2 damage. Any specific damage or just damage in general?
It's force. It's force damage.
Got it.
So kind of investigating the I'm assuming you would investigate the like altar it's on.
Yeah.
And basically what it reads is only those of the bloodline of the wielder of this weapon can take it. Anyone
Does it say its name?
It doesn't, but it assumes anyone in this room that's seeking this blade knows who the bloodline is. However,
Okay.
it does read the shield can only be taken by those who would truly protect the city of Neverwinter.
In that case, Miston's probably gonna like reach over. They're hesitating at first, so like contemplating what that sort of like statement actually means before they just take it with both hands.
So, here's my question. In Miston's mind, does Miston believe that their goal, right, is to protect and help the city of Neverwinter? Is that like their
That's
goal that they strive for?
Always been the goal.
The
I mean,
people. of
they're a
Neverwinter.
doctor.
People, it was never about the city itself. It was always
yeah, it was
about
always
the people.
the people. So you hear kind of in your mind, the words, "Speak the oath, and repeat after me. I, for now and forevermore, shall defend Neverwinter and its people from threats both royal and supernatural. And I pledge to be the defender of the meek and those who cannot defend themselves."
Could you give me that in writing?
I can try, yeah. I can just fucking. Basically, it's you can just say that you speak the oath.
I want to say it out loud. Is the
Okay.
thing.
I did not write this down.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It was something protect the peace.
I got it.
People of Neverwinter from royalty and supernatural and blood, death, murder, kill.
Yeah. There you go. Sorry that took so long. My dyslexia kicked in real hard trying to type that.
No, it's totally fine. Let me just see if I can find the proper accent for this. I swear forevermore to protect Neverwinter and her people from threats both royal and supernatural. And from here on out, defend those who cannot defend themselves.
Yeah, and so the shield gives itself to you. It does not resist, and you now have a +3 shield of spell absorption. It is just it's a +3 shield, which gives you, I believe, 5 AC, and it once a day can absorb a spell of up to 7th level.
Awesome, and I do have a question regarding that.
Yes.
I normally do not have proficiency in shields. Does this change now that I have this?
Yeah, this
Well,
this
it's
item
specific,
gives you
yeah.
proficiency.
Okay, perfect.
Sick.
But yeah, you get this badass shield. And one of the things I will tell you is this also works on breath weapons. Like the spell absorption also works on like if you were to fight a dragon. Because you can kind of see on the walls there are murals of someone backing down a dragon with this shield.
Fun.
But yeah, do you tell your compatriots about the sword?
Yeah, I'm gonna turn around and sort of call it from the door. Folks, there's a sword here. It says something about a bloodline.
I have lots of blood.
You sure do.
I guess Gail's just still over here like, no, don't make friends with the baby mimic.
So Charybdis, do you try and reach for the blade?
Yeah, let's see how this goes.
I need you to make me a dex save.
Yeah, that's fair. 16.
You are able to move before the sword hits you with force damage.
Oh. Tricky.
I will artifact. It is an artifact item. No problem. But yeah, does anybody else investigate the sword?
I look at Emery standing in the doorway.
I'd like to ritual cast Identify on it, actually.
Okay.
Ooh.
So this is a mage slayer. That's what this is.
Oh.
And it is, it's got history to it. Kind of, as you identify it, there's this. You kind of get the idea that there's this enchantment that only someone of the bloodline of Arabeth de Tilmarand, the previous owner, can pick this sword up.
Do any of you happen to have a relation to it, to Tilmaran?
I think it's very obvious on Emery's face, but they just glower at the sword.
It's
Show of hands.
I raised my eyebrow quizzically at Emery's sour face. Why did Claire get the sword?
I swear this bitch is haunting us.
So we're just being haunted. Something, I suppose.
No, sorry. Everything comes around her.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we are in her tomb, whatever.
Yeah, this is what looks like, at least partially, to be their tomb. So.
Now my question is, do either Rika or Emery try and pick up this sword?
Do it. Do it.
I think Emery is very suspicious of walking into any room that has artifacts that are correlated to either of the two of Villia or Ariabeth because it's the holy room.
Mm-hmm.
So they're saying outside the door
I could try.
because
Could
of stink rays.
Okay.
I will attempt.
All right. So here's the thing about Arabeth de Tilmarand, right? She had a deep love for Villia Moss to a point where she and Villia were married, but they never had children. However, their bloodline did persist through a couple of ways, one of which was vampirism. The sister of Lady de Tilmarand was a vampire, who then sired vampire after vampire after vampire, till about now. And then the other way is through reincarnation.
What?
Uh-huh.
Oh no.
Emery, or Rika, if you pick up the you attempt to pick up the sword,
Yeah.
it lets you. It
Sick.
allows you to pick the blade up.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll pick it up.
All right, so you get so when you pick up this sword, you get the rush of this like feeling of this sword belongs in your hand. Like something in you is like this is supposed to belong to me, or like, and it kind of almost draws you to look at Emery as if give me to that one, but it also kind of like begrudgingly accepts you to carry it.
I'm gonna hold the thing. Look at Emery. I'm gonna say, do you want to hold the sword? It wants me to give you to it. Maybe. Give it to you. Well, some turn of phrase.
Emery is still glaring at the sword, not at you, specifically at the weapon in your hand. Wherever you like wave the sword around, their eyes are following it, and they're like, "Beyond the door, sure. I'm not stepping into this room."
Okay. Yeah, I will step out of the room.
Okay.
Squeeze past
Does Emery take the sword?
I will trade swords with Rika, so Rika will just have the S-Talk that I have.
Uh-huh.
Okay, send me
Because
the
I am a baby little druid.
So as you take this sword, it becomes an S-Dock. It seems to shape itself to whatever you want it to be, and it gives you the effects of the feat Mage Slayer.
Yay! The other feat I was thinking about giving Emery.
That is the effect it gives you through this sword, and it first it shifts to a scimitar and then to an S-Stock, kind of feeling that this is what you want it to be, and the eye symbol essentially that's on the like pommel will shift to whatever symbol you would prefer this sword to have as its not pommel but as its guard essentially. Like it does attempt to shift to like a symbol instead of just a standard guard.
I guess it would be whatever the house crest for for Rika's family, the Viraquel.
That is up to you. Whatever you think the house crest looks like, that's what this becomes.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I imagine. It would just be their house crest, because technically Debris also is from that house.
Yeah. So it becomes, the crest of your house. And like it becomes like in the center of a cross guard that comes out. It becomes the crest of your house as this sword becomes, an S-Stock essentially.
+1 still, or is it just a regular?
It is a +3 S-Stock.
Ooh, okay.
This is also an artifact item.
Okay. 1D. Oops. Okie dokie.
Does anyone else investigate anything within the room? There are other weapons and things in this room besides the 2 artifact items.
I mean, might as well see what kind of stuff are just hanging on the walls / on the racks.
Okay. So looking over on this one, they all kind of look like uniform silver short swords. Like probably this was what was held by the Kingsguard at the time. They look pristine, as if they have not been touched by time. There's a little bit of dust on them, but other than that, they are perfectly well made. Does Charybdis
I have a question.
do any? Oh, go ahead.
Just real quick. So do you think that over here the 2 of us are gonna get in trouble, or that we could eventually make our way to join everyone else who is congregated elsewhere?
You guys haven't gone too far into the room. You guys could probably head down that way. The mimic will follow you.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Scuttle with him.
Well,
Ash is slightly saddened as the mimic walks away.
No, it's following kind of where you guys go, because I'm assuming you guys are going down here.
yeah, okay. Gale hates that. However, good to be with the rest of the party.
Feeds the baby mimics a little bit more food.
Yeah, they happily eat it, and you see them kind of look as if they've caught the scent of something. And Ashton, I'm gonna move you slightly over so I can select the mimic. And then they scuttle down into the hole, and you can hear feasting noises.
Oh,
Hmm.
love that.
At least they're not doing that to us.
Yeah.
Suppose,
They're
yeah.
growing little friends. They need to eat something.
So Gail, here's what I want you to do.
Mhm.
Roll me a
Oh,
history
yeah?
check with advantage.
Okay, I can do that for you. I am very good at history.
Recalling
That is a 19.
the book you read that kind of gave you the knowledge about Nasher's tomb. Nasher kept mimics and gelatinous cubes around to clean for him in his palace. Because
Okay.
he had a penchant for killing assassins with his bare hands.
Right, yeah.
So
I mean, Gail's not too
this
worried.
is
I
likely
mean, a little
one of
worried.
his cleaners.
Yeah, it could become a problem, but it's probably not. Otherwise, Gail would have done something else about it.
It was in fact taught to eat corpses.
Yeah, it's probably fine.
Yeah, so
For now.
So as you know, it scuttles up out of here and heads toward the plague zombies that you guys killed.
Great. You know what? Good zombie. I'm good mimic.
Yeah.
Maybe we shouldn't be letting the mimic eat the plague zombies.
It'll be fine. It's got like really strong acid.
It
Yeah, but
does.
it's still got an infection in there.
You see the living armor kind of steps in, walks down, looks at the other like suits of armor.
Existential
Hey.
crisis.
With a 19 history check, do I know anything about this room?
You would know that this is the final resting place of the sword and shield of Neverwinter. Weapons
Mhm.
wielded by Erebeth Tilmarand during the war against the Wailing Death and those who would perpetuate it. The false Church of Helm, which was in this version the false Church of Cord.
Mhm.
You would know that that her weapons were laid down after she invaded the city and was proclaimed a blackguard, which was the 3.5e version of an oathbreaker.
Mhm.
You would know that Nasher himself, before he died, had Erebeth entombed here and Villia entombed here, knowing that he was going to be, because they were two of his very closest friends. And you would also know that this room is not blessed, but all of the rooms with the tombs in them are.
Okay, cool. So Gail's gonna walk in and start doing that thing, you know, that like Legolas does in Lord of the Rings, where he just starts giving exposition.
Yeah.
This is the resting place of the sword and shield of Neverwinter, wielded by Lady de Tilmarand before she became a blackguard. It has not seen the light in many centuries.
Something like that.
Yeah, no, that's 100% accurate.
Yeah. He'll continue to lore dump as he looks at things, just
Yeah.
for the room at large.
You would know that, yes, these swords, the short swords, and the armor around were the weapons and armor of the King's Guard. Being that the leader
Oh,
of
yeah.
the King's Guard was Erebeth. You would
Yeah,
know
he
that,
touches them soulfully, just like Legolas,
Yeah,
and goes
yeah.
like these with this.
the weapons
These
of
were the
King.
blades of the King Guard.
Mhm.
They saw many a battle and are now laid to rest.
And then on the opposite side, you would find a couple of things. One of them being the mall wielded by Lord Nasher himself, and the halberd wielded by Lord Nasher's wife.
The weapons wielded by the Lord and the Lady themselves. What a marvel to see.
One of the things that your book kind of told you, based on why he had mimics around, was that he liked to crush people's heads with this, like Gallagher style. He was
The Lord had a
brutal.
penchant for
He was very
crushing
brutal fighter.
heads
Yeah.
with his weapon, yes. Hence the reason why he kept mimics around. To tidy up after himself, so to speak.
Yeah, because his wife was tired of picking up corpses.
A brutal history.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gail's just going around giving everyone a history lesson.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
verbalizing everything Belle says and then some.
And then kind of the armor will kind of turn to you and go, technically he didn't like the heads didn't crush, they just kind of caved in. Like she gives like a almost clinical explanation of what happened, as if because it's a female voice telepathically communicating, as if she was there.
Well, to crush means to compress or squeeze forcefully so as to break, to distort in shape, so
And like her finger kind
either
of goes
way
up
is
and goes,
appropriate.
yes, but well, you're not wrong. Like she just kind of goes, the way Nasher explained it was he liked to make their heads implode. Was the word he used. Anyway.
A much more vivid descriptor.
Yes. Yes.
I appreciate your input. Thank you.
Like waiting for a name.
I was lady and you guys for those of you who have played in my other campaigns and watched my other campaigns, this is play Spot the Bell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she just kind of goes,
Yeah.
Tough insert.
Lady Woodsheart, nice to meet you. Technically, we've already met.
We have?
Remember back there where my
We have?
coffin is that you kind of crawled out of?
Yes. Apologies about that. Again, thank you for your input, Lady Woodsheart.
You're fine. You're fine.
Did not recognize you in this
Yeah.
suit.
And she'll like clang on the chest, and it's just hollow. It's weird astral projecting like this, but it's fine.
Mhm.
But yeah, would you guys investigate the treasure room?
Oh, where?
That is the
If we're
other
done-
question.
Looking at the loot down here.
Yeah. The other question is, would anybody take any of the weapons that were left over in this, or armor that were left over in this room?
I know I can't take armor.
Mm-hmm.
Short swords are light weapons, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yes.
In that case, I might go ahead and see if I can grab a short sword.
Okay. You have a +1 silver short sword.
Awesome.
Gil is a respecter of history. He will observe and no more.
Okay. What about Charybdis?
Are there any fancy pike?
So it's not exactly a
There was a
pike.
halberd.
There is a halberd. It's another reach weapon that is very, very pretty to look at.
Stabby,
I
stabby.
suppose it'll do.
Yeah, so you get a +2 mithril halberd.
Alright, I gotta find out what halberds do in fire.
2 seconds, and I will get that for you.
It's all good, I'm already Googling.
Who Googles faster?
My
I
wife,
take it it's just
my wife would Google faster. It Googles faster than
Google
me.
yeah. I take it it's just like regular D10 or regular +2, not even +2 or
Yeah,
like an enchantment or anything.
Just a regular +2 mithril halberd. Mithril making it light.
What does that do for me?
So, essentially what it would mean, I don't think it does anything for you specifically, because I don't think your class requires you to carry light weapons like Bard does. But essentially it would make it easier for someone like a Bard to use the weapon itself.
I don't think most proficiencies are classified by weight. I think it's like martial,
I
simple,
just
that
took
kind of thing.
light because I'm a rogue and I want to have the bonus action
There you
to
go.
multi-attack if I need
It helps with finesse, but this is a two-handed weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah, finesse is something that's specific to specific weapons, not like weight either.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, it's just because it's made of mithril, it's lighter than normal. Like, it's just pretty at that point.
I'll take it.
Yeah, so you have a mithril halberd.
Does the +2 to apply to just attack rolls or to damage as well?
Usually both. But
Yeah,
that's
both.
up to them.
Just
Cool.
double checking how rules is written did it.
Crit range 20?
Yep.
That said then.
All right, so we kind of pan up to Ashton and the gang who are up here in the treasure room. Does anybody kind of approach the treasure chests and or the piles of gold?
Ashton already has more food in his hand, and he's
Of course he does.
he's
Ashton-
doing clicking noises with his tongue, trying to get
God.
any more mimics to
no.
just.
I'm following behind him to make sure he doesn't get fucking jumped.
I guess I will tow just one more person behind.
I'm waiting at the doorway here.
Okay.
We're
Oh,
just
no.
waiting for this to really bite him in the butt.
Okay. Anybody else before shit pops off?
Shit pops off? Wait a minute. When is shit gonna pop off and where and why?
It depends. It depends on how if you trigger the thing.
Well, we're grave
Hello.
robbing from a priceless tomb.
Yeah, okay.
True.
Gail's rationale is, hey, these folks, they probably wouldn't have wanted to see these weapons seeing more action, so that's fine.
Sure.
Judging by all Gale has read of their history, that's what they would have wanted. However, stealing their gold, it was buried here to honor them, so he would frown upon that if that happens.
So do you get closer to the chests, Crow?
See, I know this has to be a big mimic.
Terrible idea.
However, mimic, big puppy.
Uh-huh.
Stop opening my character. My mouse is
I get you.
bugging
I
out.
get you. I get you.
There we go. Thank
All right,
you.
so now as you approach this, we're gonna change the layer of these things. A bunch of shadows start appearing in the room.
Oh, great.
Not shadows.
God help.
Yes,
us.
shadows.
Shadows? God, fuck.
Not with my wizard ass.
Yeah, and one's
Oh my
right in
God,
front of
Ash.
you. Roll initiative,
Great.
everybody. Let me get the tracker open.
Yay.
I love this for us.
Yeah,
Listen,
it's
I
fantastic.
can make the one in front of us just look at me. It's fine.
Okay, I need to select a token before I can put the shadows on the board. There we go. 20. Fantastic.
God.
Uh-huh.
Wait.
How do you have +8 to initiative?
The alert feat.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Rika.
Rika has the alert feat, so they cannot be surprised.
Yep.
The rest of us can, though.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Gale, very suddenly you are face to face with a fucking shadow who is just kind of hissing in front of you. Rika, you're first. What you doing?
Don't hit. Don't hiss at my fiance. Look at me, you fucking coward.
Okay.
Bonus action, enter a rage.
All right.
So that counter ticks down by 1. Oh. Can you put a rage token on me?
Yeah, I got you.
And I'm about to make myself this bitch's personal problem. God.
Rage is now just a red dot.
Sick. I have so many axes. I have so many axes.
You have so many axes. Do
And
any
a
of them
sword now.
Do any of them affect the undead?
Yes.
Yes.
He's the Neverwinter one. I'm pulling that bitch out. Alright. Well, I think that's just an additional 2 again. Because there's no other description here.
Yep, that is all it does.
Sick. Okay. I'm swanging that thing.
Okay,
This
yeah.
is so bug.
Okay. That will not hit its AC.
Can I use my inspiration to re-roll
You
that?
can
I have
also
to.
use reckless.
Or I mean,
Reckless
okay.
Reckless is a bonus action, isn't it?
Okay.
No,
I thought it was
it's
a
a
reaction.
you
Reckless
call.
is not.
Oh, it's a
Just
call?
free.
Okay.
I will say you can do
yeah.
it now.
You know, it's okay. I will just roll against it. I've already rolled one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that hits. Roll damage.
Yes.
Roll damage. Very angry Rika. So that's a 14.
Nice.
So 14 plus what is your max for that? It's a 10, so 24.
16. It's 16
yeah,
max.
hold on, cause give me 2 seconds. So
Sorry.
you're okay. So 1d10 is 24 plus 4 more is 28 plus 8 radiant damage.
Oh wait, why is that radiant? Oh, it's from my
Yep.
from my divine fury.
Yep.
Oh, my
so,
rage. Sorry, there should also be 2 more damage on top of that.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
So I'm just trying to calculate because you way overkilled this thing. There's no other enemies in range, or I would let you continue damage on to the next one. But I'm just trying to see by how much you overkilled it.
Yeah.
I just need to do the total. So that's 16 plus. So max damage is calculated without modifiers.
Oh yeah, sorry.
So it's
okay.
it's 14 plus 10's 24 plus 4 from the sword itself plus 8 more. So that's 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. 36 total damage in one swing.
Get away
Incredible.
from, get away from my
Killing it by 20 extra points.
yeah.
Congratulations.
Nope. I would like to make myself a target to these bitches.
Yeah,
That time
absolutely.
me, but...
Ashton, you are next, buddy.
I need this guy to make a dex save for me,
All right. Do that
or
for you
else
right now.
take 1 radiant damage.
I'm gonna say that probably passes. So
He
17.
takes no damage.
Yeah.
That's
It
fine.
would have. It would have.
Flame cantrip.
Yeah. So you can cast it twice. All right. He will make that again. He's making these at disadvantage, by the way. That is a 9.
Oof, poor guy.
7 radiant.
7 radiant.
So doubled because it's fucking radiant damage. So fucking 14 radiant. That's your.
I don't
That's 2
really
actions.
have a way to taunt, so yeah, that's it.
I mean, speaking is a free action, sweetheart.
Yeah, but I was mostly just gonna have Ashton kind of try and mimic the pose these things are doing.
Okay. Emery, your turn.
What to do? What to do? Who am I? But a little guy. What
Little guy.
How long does this last? 10 minutes. Do I want to do something for 10 minutes?
Just something I want to make all of you aware of. You will get a short rest after this.
Okay.
Because if you go into the boss fight without it, you guys are gonna get fucking killed.
Pish posh.
I'm Gucci.
Emery will go over here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try out my cool new sword.
Fuck yeah. Cool new sword.
Cool new sword that I have mixed feelings about. Wacha!
That's a 21. That'll definitely hit. Roll damage.
7 damage.
All right. It is not very happy, the fact that it's been hit with this sword.
Yeah. Je ne sais quoi, bonus action, I will primal savagery it.
Oh?
So, it's a druid cantrip. So I imagine they swing one-handed with their sword at them, and then their claws elongate into more like talons.
Uh-huh.
And swing at them with acid damage. There it is. 20?
Yep, that hits. Roll damage.
4 acid damage.
All right. Hits like a fucking truck.
I use my bonus action, so I cannot command Brûlé, but Brûlé will just be on the other side.
Okay. Next are the shadows. Now, a cool thing that I do for shadows is I bring back a third edition feature called Level Drain.
Oh
Me.
no.
So here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna do an attack against Charybdis. Does a 23 hit your AC?
It's disadvantage, so it's 17, but also yes.
Unless
Uh-huh.
I
Silvery barbs.
Silvery barbs.
Son of a bitch. Creature triggering.
Reroll the d20.
All right, and it's still a disadvantage. Got it. All right, cool. That's a 9.
Hell yeah.
That is a 9.
That does not hit.
Yeah, I know it says strength drain, but I'm using level drain rules.
Oof.
So this thing attempts to swipe at you. It cannot do so. This one will move forward and try and do the same thing. Jaboop. I'm assuming a 7 does not hit you.
It does not.
This one's gonna move forward and try to attempt to attack Ashton. Boop. Does a 12 hit your AC? Or yeah, 12.
Neither of those hit his AC.
Cool.
Hooray.
So this one here is gonna attack Emery.
Rude.
And a 9, I'm assuming, does not hit you.
Nope.
This one will move forward, as will this one. And that's about as far as they can go. And so next is Pluton. You're up.
Hell yeah. You're gonna say something.
No, you're good.
If you say something. Let's see. So, if
Oh,
I
wait,
were to
wait,
do
no,
a beam...
I was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It is not your turn. It's Gale's turn.
Okay.
Gale rolled a 17. My bad.
Okay.
Friday.
Well, that's perfect because you've arranged these shadows so nicely for me. I'm gonna cast Ice Knife on the one in the middle.
Okay.
You know what? Let's cast it at 2nd level. Why not?
Okay. Let me see.
Okay.
So,
You need to roll to hit still.
yeah, you need to roll the hit.
I do?
Yep.
Oh,
Yes.
For the
did
middle
not
guy
do
only.
that.
Yeah.
I'm
So Ice Knife
the way it's set up is
is a roll to
confusing.
hit, and then even if it doesn't hit, it still explodes, irregardless.
Okay. So,
It's a melee range, or it's a ranged spell attack.
yeah. that's assuming I know how to do that. Hold on.
If you
Uh,
go into your spells tab, you have your spell attack bonus. Just use that.
Okay. Okay, so that's D20 plus 6. That's not very good.
So what? You rolled a yeah.
9.
I have one inspiration. You know
You
what?
can use it if you would like.
I will use it here. I will. Because
Ah.
no.
Can I give Gail one of my inspirations?
If
So
you
like
would
to
like.
take the 3.
If you would like, you can give Gale an inspiration.
Listen,
Gail
if you
doesn't
fuck
look
this up,
bad.
I'm not. Listen, I'm not giving you another one if you fuck this up. But go on,
Mhm.
try again.
Okay. All right. Fair. 8 plus
plus
6.
14.
No, that does not hit.
but it
Aw.
still
It
explodes.
Still explodes. So.
So it's
max
a
damage on the
Dex
cold.
from 4 of them. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. So, one of them
DC
fails.
10 is probably
Yeah.
wrong, though, isn't it?
One
Wouldn't
of
it be your
them
spell
meets
save
it.
DC?
Yeah.
it's meet or beat, right?
Okay.
Oh.
The 14 meets it.
Okay.
So it beats it. So
Okay.
the
So-
5 is the one
yeah.
that takes the full damage
Cool.
of your
Alright.
cold damage.
How much was it? How much was the cold?
12.
Yep, you overkill this one by like, I meant to hit 12, but you overkill this one by like 10 points.
Great.
Dead as fuck.
Okay. I'll figure out how to fix Ice Knife later.
Yep.
Um,
Do you have any cantrips you'd like to cast?
I do, yes. You know what? I'll cast Ray of Frost at the one I hit in the first place.
There we
Take
go.
that.
Okay. So yeah, that 22 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage. 7 cold.
Get
Good job.
chilled.
And it is slowed.
By 10 feet.
Yep, by 10 feet. So its 15-foot movement has been impaired to 5.
Ah,
Great.
poor thing.
Cool. Alright. Yeah, we're good. That's my turn.
Okay, Pluton, it is your turn now.
Wonderful. Would you say that this is within an hour of the last fight?
Probably less than that.
Wonderful. Then that means her arcane weapon is still active, and she's going to use her pike to attack the injured shadow over here.
Okay. Roll an attack roll.
Absolutely. Damn.
Yeah, no, that misses. You have a bonus action? What would you like to do with it?
I believe so.
Do it.
I'm gonna bite the one closest, like the one between me and the one I was aiming at.
Okay.
Chomp.
Yeah, the chomp. You will do chomp damage. Roll damage.
Hell yeah. It'll be fine.
So this shadow almost tastes like you're biting into licorice.
Ugh.
Oh, surprisingly not bad. It's regular licorice, not even black.
Yeah.
So we got like artificial cherry flavoring in this bitch.
Yeah, basically. Dr. Miston, it's your turn, buddy. What are you doing?
I do have a question.
Uh-huh.
If I were to perhaps go here and corner this guy fully, would that count as flanking?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, yeah, so I'm going to go here and corner him.
Nice.
Yeah, so advantage and sneak attack.
Yep. And I'm using the +1 silver for sword.
Sweet. Silver short sword. Rogue goes from knife and rapier to sword and board.
Sword and board. Damage public. That is a double 11.
That'll be a miss.
13 total.
That would be a miss, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see something. No one's particularly rougher than me, so I'm just gonna Gust Barrier and keep my stance here.
Okay. So that'll be your turn. Sir Heinrich Telemon.
Oh yeah. Let's see, how fast is he? 30. Cool. Yeah, he's gonna go like here. Back up Charybdis. And he's gonna...
Like a fucking train.
Yeah, he is. You know it. He got spells when he leveled up. Those ones will not help right this moment, at least not as much as some others, so he's just gonna smack it.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, that'll hit. That will definitely
Nice.
fucking hit. All right, 4 slashing damage from Sir Heinrich Telemon. Does
So good.
what is Telemon's class?
He is a paladin, Oath of the Crown.
He got a smite at all?
He does actually. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I will allow you to smite if you would like.
Yeah, he's gonna smite.
What smites he got?
He has divine smite. I know that. That's like,
yeah.
That's like a basic one.
Oh, hold on. I forgot how paladins work.
You expend your first level and or second level spell slots. I don't know if he is a 5th level paladin, so he only has first levels.
First level.
So he'd
So
expend
2d8.
You also add a d8 because it's undead.
It's undead,
Yep.
yeah. So it's
Okay.
3d8.
Uh-oh. Where'd the dice thingy go? Hello? Ah! It's moved. Okay. Alright. 16. Nice
Alright.
job.
Alright. Yeah, no, you hit pretty fucking hard. So
Isn't it
that...
vulnerable to
Yes,
radiant
it
too?
is. Yes, it is. So it is dust. Telemon
Does it
comes in.
overkill, though?
Yeah, it does. So this goes to 0, and dies, and then the next 5 points of damage, doubled to 10, go to this one, and it also dies.
Jesus.
He's so good.
So Telemon
Good job.
comes in, smites the shit out of one of them, and then cuts straight through the other one, killing it instantaneously.
Way to go, best friend.
He just kind of looks over and goes, and gives you a thumbs up. And he kind of looks over at Charybdis and goes, "You good over there?
Yeah, BG.
Good. Let's kill these bastards."
Couldn't agree more.
Rika, it's your turn.
He can still do something, actually, can't he?
Oh.
Unless, is that a bonus action?
Uh,
No, you expend a spell slot and you just do it.
Yeah, you just do it.
That's his action. So his action
Yeah.
was a swing.
Yep. So he's got
Yeah.
a bonus left.
He still has at least 5 feet of movement, right?
I believe
Yeah,
so, yes.
he does. Yeah. So he's going to step on that shadow
Uh-huh.
and touch the remaining shadow with his unique sacred flame.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Okay, DC 13 dex save from Sacred Touch is the actual thing that I'm calling it.
All right, I'll rename it then.
And it is a natural 20. Actually, no, because
Damn.
he's at disadvantage because of
Oh.
Charybdis. So that's a 7. So it takes 12 points of radiant damage.
Incredible.
And now it is Rika's turn.
Okay, gang.
Comes over and just palms this other shadow's face.
I was slightly worried about the number of shadows we had going on here, but I'm a little less worried now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna
Luckily, we
trust.
have Telemon.
I'm gonna
mean-
trust this corner of people, with fucking Emery, the doctor, and fucking Brule.
Yeah,
I'm sure they're fine. I'm sure they literally have this handled.
absolutely. Not just,
Alright.
but yeah, I just
Bullying
wanna
it.
to like point out, not just Telemon, y'all are all kicking ass.
Yeah.
Rika
Alright.
super overkilled that other one.
Yes, you did.
I will reckless this bitch because I'm not a coward.
Affectionate, yeah.
Affectionate. I'm not a coward.
21 will hit, yeah. Roll damage. Okay, yeah. So 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. No, 9 plus 9 is 18. 18 plus 13. One's 32, 33, 34. 34 points of fucking damage in a single swing.
Sorry, is that right?
So it's 9 plus 9, because it's doubled because it's radiant.
Oh,
Plus
okay.
13
Yeah.
slashing is 34, I think? Or 32, and then 2 more is 34.
Okay, yeah, I forgot about the radiant thing. I was like,
Yep.
but yeah. This thing, the last thing is he's a very pissed off angel coming.
Yeah, exactly. It's terrified as you kind of swing down.
That's my wife.
Do you want to do anything with your bonus action?
There's not really much I can do.
Yeah,
I was right here.
I was about to
so
say,
went
do you have
here.
healing hands left or anything like that?
I mean, I do, but we're gonna short rest, so it's probably fine.
Okay.
I'm thinking. So that was 15. I'm just gonna move back over here, so I can kind of be like
Back up in case they
Yep.
need it.
about literally the same speed away from everyone else. Yep, that's my turn.
Okay, Ashton, you're up. What do you do, buddy?
Cool. So only 2 shadows remaining.
Yep.
Cool. If that's the case, we're just gonna move right on past you. This one's weaker.
Yep.
Probably.
Yep, by 1 HP.
Rift has been dealing with it, so it's obviously got to be weaker, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Sacred Flame.
Son of a bitch. Dex save at disadvantage. Doesn't matter. Both would have failed. 16 points of radiant damage in its fucking face.
Dash.
Yay.
Yay!
Yeah, no. Fucking Charybdis, what you see is this giant of a man come in, put his hand on it, and it bursts into sacred flame. And then Ashton step up and just Ashton, describe how your sacred flame is executed. What do you do to do your sacred flame?
So you know how Mage Hand works, right? How it's just a little bit of faint force energy.
Yeah.
Ashton's Sacred Flame is like that, only instead of it being force energy, it is a lot more radiant energy. And instead of it being, like a gentle grab that a Mage Hand usually has, it is a full-on punch right to the jaw.
So you see radiant energy just fucking clock this thing, and it just falls dead.
And if my eyes don't deceive me, there's one left.
Yep.
I have one. I have a spell left.
Do it. Oh, son of a bitch. Alright. That's another 8 damage in it. Okay. Son of a bitch. At disadvantage, that is a 12. God fucking damn it. Alright. Yeah. That's fails. Yep. Another fucking radiant punch right to the jaw. As you guys clear all of the shadows out of this room.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Ashton fucking Hadoukening.
Yeah, essentially.
He's still in a fighting pose, looking around like, is that it? Is that everything?
Did we get them all?
Yeah, you got them all. It's done. You're not in initiative anymore.
Yay.
Hell yeah.
Oh god, I love that. Oh, now what's in the boxes?
Opening these boxes up, you see there are beautiful gems and jewels. There are there's a small jewel encrusted dagger, like the sheath of the dagger is jewel encrusted, and the actual like grip of the dagger is inlaid with silver. There's a set of 3 rings on a small like blue velvet pillow. There's a cloak and a what appears to be a small, like it can fit in the palm of your hand, rod of metal.
Ashton may not have looked it, but he was paying attention to most of the stuff that was happening, and he just assumes the rings are wedding bands and is deciding to not touch them.
Okay.
Most of the gems, all of the gold coins, ignoring because
It's
that's
about
this guy.
it's about 12,000 gold ish total.
Jeez.
Yeah, Ashton is currently a little stunned looking at it, and he just he picks up the cloak.
Okay.
The cloak feels simple enough to him that
it's a beautiful almost silk. You know that the like t-shirt material that's very soft. That like
Lycocell?
Yeah. It's like super soft t-shirt material. And it like flows and it's a shoulder cloak, so it goes over one shoulder and kind of drapes over the body, but it has one arm exposed. And roll me perception, Crow.
well, first off, does the cloak reek of magic?
Oh yeah. Oh, 100%. Everything in this box does, except for the gems.
That is just an 11.
So you notice at the top, the clasp of it is the Harper's symbol.
Hey, you're a
nods.
Harper now.
This fits.
Yeah, this fits. This might as well happen.
Do you put it on? That is my question.
Yes, and he's actually fastening the Harper's symbol to the strap of his bag.
Okay.
I didn't know you knew how to play the harp.
Increase your AC by 1.
Hell yeah!
So cloak
Alright, I
of
need
protection.
to change my AC in the name.
Yep.
There we go.
Okay. But yeah, so you absolutely are able to like get that. Does anybody take either of the other items or any of the other 3 items that were described? There's a dagger with a jewel encrusted sheath and a silver inlaid handle. There's a velvet pillow with 3 rings on it, and a small rod of what looks like iron.
There's not a key. Gail's more
This
focused
is
on
the
just
first. This is the
anxiously
First chest.
hovering around Rika.
This is the first chest. Y'all have only opened
Mhm.
one so far.
Consider me curious about 3 rings.
Okay.
What's the vibe? Coming off of these things?
Kind of looking at them, they're 3 near identical bands. One of them has a sapphire jewel in the shape of a like triangle. One of them has a ruby jewel in the shape of a heart, and one of them has an amethyst jewel in the shape of a shield.
Does Rika go to touch them?
I think
Rika sees 3 rings and goes, I have 2 friends whose hands I can hold.
you see her. I think you see her start to reach through them.
Wait, Hold on, hold on. Hand grabby, hands hold.
You're
What?
holding. You're hand holding.
Oh.
Wait a moment. Let me look at them before you touch them. They could be dangerous.
Okay.
He's
sure.
not making eye contact. He's shy.
Mm-hmm.
She'll motion to you with the hand that you're not holding. Lets you.
Would
lets
like
you-
go to release her hand, like not grip it tightly. But I mean, if she doesn't let go, he won't.
I mean, she's she's of the feeling of he'll let go when he wants to, and is just happy, just like lazy.
Okay. I'm
No, be Mr. Cool Guy. No, keep going.
No, he's not being cool about it at all. I'm debating whether or not to give him disadvantage on this Arcana roll.
I wouldn't say so.
Can I help him?
No, you're
Can I
fine.
help him? Can I help
Do you
him and
need
make it a
Arcana?
normal?
Either
Is it-
Arcana or Identify.
I'm gonna try Arcana first, and then if he can't get Rika out of his head, then
Because Charybdis, I believe, can ritual cast Identify.
I can
Yeah,
also
you
cast
can.
Identify
Okay, cool.
by
so-
ritual. It'll take
so
a bit.
These are definitely magical. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
in nature.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't say that they seem cursed.
Okay.
But you do
All right.
know that they all hold a different magic in each of them.
If you'll all give me a moment, I could tell you what each of these will do.
Are you gonna do it one-handed?
I will need that.
Look,
No,
I'm
I
not
don't-
holding you. I'm not holding you hostage. You can let go at any point.
He releases your hand, albeit reluctantly, and just looks away.
The spell
Yeah.
has somatic components. I won't be able to cast it without both.
Oh, for shame. My hand will not be held. Oh, wait. That's okay. I'll go back and hold Emery's hand.
All right. That's sure. Best friends. Hold your hands. That's...
Fucking Telemon will come over and go, you know she's fucking with you, right, sir? Like
And
this is all
he
in jest.
pauses, like that never occurred to him.
This is all in jest. Like, come on now.
I mean,
Oh.
You know better than
Ah,
that.
ha ha ha. Ha
I mean,
ha.
are you looking at the way they're holding hands?
You know what? A little side eye, yeah, just like casually like peeking.
Bestie, is it fingers intertwined or like a regular hand?
It's the fingers intertwined, and Emery is giving Gale a haughty look, like, haha, suck it.
Oh no. Oh, he's embarrassed. Oh.
Telemon is like pinching the bridge of his nose. He doesn't do anything. He's made of metal. He's just...
Gale is going to focus on ritual casting Identify for the next 10 minutes and not look anywhere else. And you know what? People can open the other chest while he's casting this, and then he can identify everything.
Yeah, absolutely. So opening the next chest, you do find a you don't find keys per se, but what you find is a small map where the keys can be located. And each one of the keys is marked adjacent to a tomb. One of the 5 tombs that are in this place. They're marked on the like as if they are inside the sarcophagi.
Grave robbing, guys. We're grave robbing.
The other thing you find in this particular box is a small, what appears to be perfectly round sphere. Like it's not got any oblongation. It's just a perfect geometric sphere made of it's an orb, made of this crystalline glass. And Ashton, the orb smells just so much of magic. Like there's just this horrid bleach smell coming out of this fucking chest. It's so bad.
Ashton Wait, am I muted?
No, you're good. I can hear you.
Oh, cool. Thank you. Ashton, he actively pinches his nose and is like waving his hand, trying to get the smell away.
Yeah, he'd have to step back, but he can. But that's all that's in this, is like the orb sitting on top of the paper.
I don't know what this is, but it reeks of magic.
I'll be able to
with
tell you
that,
exactly
he
what
would
kind.
Step back.
Yeah, he steps back, and Gale kind of informs. Go ahead and say what you were going to say, Lynx.
I'll be able to tell you all what kind in a moment.
Yeah, and you guys can take the 10 minutes to kind of sit. You guys are going to get a short rest, so that's 30 anyway, so Gale has time to identify everything. The each of the 3 rings, the one that has a ruby gem in the shape of a heart allows you to cast Cure Wounds twice per day. I will go slow so y'all can write that down.
I've got it.
Begin typing.
Okay. The second ring, the sapphire in the shape of a triangle, allows you to cast Magic Missile twice per day. And the third ring in the shape of a shield allows you to cast the Shield spell twice per day.
Okay.
The rod is an immovable rod.
Mm-hmm.
And
Classic.
then
What have you given us, Bill?
Say again?
What have you given us, Bill? Why would you do this to yourself?
Oh, hold on. And then
gonna go-
the dagger is a dagger of returning. So anytime it is thrown by its wielder, it will return to your belt pouch or wherever you have it.
Nice.
The orb is a scrying orb.
Oh. Okay.
That's all the magic items
Mhm.
you got.
I would like to also investigate the cloak and pin.
Oh, the cloak is a plus 1 cloak of protection.
Okay.
The pin is just a normal Harper pin. It's like a little brooch.
Okay. Cool. All right. Yeah. Gil would convey this to the class. I mean, party.
Wait, so while Gale's identifying
Professor
stuff,
Mithrin
right?
Gale. Yeah.
Is he just like doing it off in a corner so he can focus?
I would assume.
I
So.
think he's probably standing up by the chest.
Yeah, the chests are fucking huge. By the way, they like come up to your waist.
Yeah.
I think Rika will stop holding hands with Emery. For now.
I would like to point out something really quickly. It looks as
Okay.
if this second chest likely contained all the treasure that's outside of the outside of the chest, and that the paper and orb were placed into it post this tomb being built.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to pull out the stuff that I pulled out from the chest.
Uh-huh.
And kind of, is Ashton just gonna stand there while I do this?
Just Ashton kind of looking over your shoulder. Fucking.
Don't
Ashton,
worry,
what are you
he's
doing?
being
talking
vulnerable.
your notes.
Yeah.
Can Gale identify the item?
Do you ask
If we're
Gale
held
to
out.
do this, and how do you ask him?
I look at him, with big pleading puppy eyes as he's identifying stuff and pulled out the things to him.
Mm-hmm.
Please.
You know what? Okay. Identify requires verbal components, so he's probably in the middle of chanting in Elvish. But you know what? He'll nod and smile at you while he's doing all that stuff
Tell him
and take the
Tell him
items
I
from
will
you.
give you 2 thumbs up. So Gale, you would know that this is a set of, specifically, this is an artifact item. This is a really fucking rare item. This is what is known as the Cloudwalker's Chainmail. It allows you to double your movement speed when flying. It is considered medium armor, and it once per day you can roll a dexterity saving throw to fly above an enemy that would strike you with a lethal blow.
Okay.
Okay.
There's a reason I'm giving you all artifact items.
Okay, yeah.
Hello.
Gail's eyebrows raise because that is an incredible artifact that Rika just handed him out of nowhere.
And then
Yeah.
there's the sickle and the shield.
You would know that this belonged to a woman who was considered a traitor to Neverwinter named Villia Moss. From your like history books.
And
This is
why
still
would her
valid?
stuff be here?
who was later revealed to have not betrayed Neverwinter, but Nasher Alagondar made a rash decision and had her hung because the people demanded blood. Smiles.
Okay.
I mean, if Villia is buried here, Ariabath also did not good things to Neverwinter, and is
Yep.
also buried here.
Yep, is also they're buried
True.
side by side. As a
Okay,
matter of
cool.
fact.
Great.
Two known
Yeah.
traitors of Neverwinter buried here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah. So Gail would go over all of the other items first, telling Ashton like, "Hey, your cloak protects you a little extra. Take good care of it." Describing the rings, the other things that I have written down in my notes here, and we'll put in the community note taking real quick.
There's also a
you.
shield and a sickle.
Yeah, and I will get to those. in
Is
just a
there
moment.
any chance that we could divvy that, like the loot up in text later on? Because I'm kind of falling asleep over here.
That's okay, baby. We're about to wrap up session.
Awesome. I love you. Sorry.
I love you too. It's all right. But yeah. So as you're, go ahead with what you were saying, Lakes.
No, you were gonna describe the sword and shield.
So the sickle is what is known as the crescent moon's sickle. It is a weapon used by the priests of Sani Moonbow. There's a very famous one that hangs in the Black Lake district. That was the sickle of Saint Lanu, but this is just one of the acolyte's sickles. It's +1 and does +2 against abominations. And
Okay.
the shield is the shield of the Nashers. The Nashers were the King's Guard. It's just a +1 shield.
Okay.
Cool. All right. Yeah. So Gail describes all of the other items first, and then goes to Rika directly, hands her back the things questioningly.
I don't know where you found these items, but they are exceptionally rare.
Mm-hmm.
If there is no problem with you taking them, they would serve you well.
She nods.
The male belonged to a figure from history, a Villia Moss.
I
He
think
was.
she looks at the mention of William Moss, just across the room at Emery.
You may not know much about her. She was but a footnote. It was said she was a traitor.
I will say she was not a footnote. She was very important during the Wailing Death. She
was rather prominent during
Yeah.
the time of the Wailing Death.
Yeah, definitely not a footnote. The way that she betrayed Neverwinter, quote unquote, was helping the guy that made the Wailing Death. Because the Wailing Death was a magically born sickness that just persists to this day.
She was rather prominent during the time of the Wailing Death, known as a traitor, mistakenly, though still executed as one.
I mean, I might be a little more familiar, perhaps. But it's fine. It's cool. Okay.
I did not believe you a lover of history.
Yeah, you could call it that.
Well, it would aid you in flight and protect you.
Gail couldn't say that if he wanted.
Yeah, I'd like to.
Yeah, absolutely. Roll insight.
Uh-huh. What is it? That's an 11.
What does Gale get
Hold
an
on.
11? And this will be probably the last thing we do before we wrap up session.
Hold on. Where is it? All the skills change between systems.
Yeah, deception, please.
Yeah, I did deception at disadvantage. Oh,
I mean, if it was
a 19. Wow.
Yeah, that's a. Yeah, Gale, you don't get shit. I don't think.
Okay. All right.
I think what he.
Uh huh.
I mean,
What do I misperceive?
Rico loves history.
Yeah, that's what I would
maybe
say.
Yeah, perhaps that you could misinterpret like the weird look on her face of like maybe a mild embarrassment of knowing like historical things.
Yeah.
You know what? He'll like nudge her jovially, like,
If you do enjoy history, perhaps we could study it together sometime.
Respectfully,
Fucking dork.
as long as you don't get blushy and weird and embarrassed, I think it could be fun.
Weird, and you think I'm weird?
Telemon just
No.
once again, hands on your shoulders and goes, "Again, my lord, she's fucking with you."
Weird, affectionate. Listen, if we were sitting on the same bed, just sitting there, you'd start getting red in the face.
Well, why would we be on the same bed? For what purpose?
You are going to get married.
But we're not yet. I keep saying this, I swear.
Yes, and you could just sit in the same room on the same piece of
My
furniture.
point.
It's
my
just a
point
couch
is-
without a back.
My point
But it's
is,
not.
as long as we can sit at the same place right next to each other without you getting flustered and off focus, it could be fun.
I think you'll find me riveted by a good piece of history.
Yeah?
Yes.
He says this with his chest.
he says this with a slouch and a blush.
She knocks him on the arm a little bit and puts the stuff in her bag. I am messing with you a little bit. You're fine. Like eventually you'll stop getting so blushy over the little things, like holding my hand. I saw that.
It's just only because of the depth of the fondness that I hold for you.
All right. I'll leave it rest there. I won't pick on you anymore.
If you do indeed mess with me again in the future, perhaps use a code word so I can tell.
Sure. She gives you she giggles a little bit, which is something I don't think she does that often in the company of other people. Before patting you on the shoulder, I'm gonna go sit down with Emery. You're welcome to join us. Once you're done with all your nerd shit. And then she's gonna move over here.
He just nods.
Yeah. So as you know, you guys kind of begin to set up. Telemon will come over here, and with Telemon and the living suit of armor, will block the door and kind of go. Those of you who need to rest. Otherwise, I don't know, just eat something. Probably been fighting for a while. We'll block the door.
That's very brave. It's very nice of you.
He kind of looks over and goes, "Yeah, it's absolutely brave."
Well, I've often told him he makes a better door than a window, so he's simply fulfilling his duty.
What,
I
do you
will-
like staring at him? Is that what this is?
Fucking
Just staring at
Telemon will
him?
just go, "I will throw you out of the window, Gale."
I mean,
Defenestrate me as you will.
he has a very nice suit of armor. I will say that.
I am not a suit of armor. I am an automaton. Thank you very much.
My apologies. I didn't mean to insult.
Charybdis
Likening
sleeping on the
him
gold.
To an
Yeah, I'm gonna
inanimate
follow.
object
Who
is
wouldn't?
not the best.
Yeah, that was That was bad on my part. I apologize.
You're okay.
forward.
I didn't actually take offense to it. I was, again, joking. I know I come across dry, but it's fine.
Hey, Humana.
Tis merely your wit, my friend.
And he smiles, and that is where we will end stream.
Yay.
Thank you everybody for
Do, do,
playing.
do.
Thank
Do,
you
do.
everybody for watching. Thank you Grimwood Games for rating at the beginning of the stream. We're gonna head off for the YouTube recording. Thank you. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you want to watch more videos like these. And fuck you, Dave.
Bye, Dave.
Fuck you, Dave.